As far back as I could remember, I worked for other people. They called it opportunity. I called it debt. The city never stopped moving, and neither did what I owed. I never picked the smart job. I picked the one that brought me another day. In Tyndalston, nobody waited their turn. If you gave them space, they took your teeth. Sometimes you didn't need skill. You just needed something solid. You hear that? Yeah. That's the sound a face makes when it meets regret. Pain built up. Adrenaline took over. I didn't fight to win. I fought to finish. Cars had weight. Every hit mattered. The more work I did, the louder the city got. Miss a payment, and they reminded you. They weren't negotiators. They were punctuation. When the day ran out, so did your luck. Sleep didn't fix a thing. It just reset the clock. It was all connected. Time, debt, violence, and speed. People talk about freedom like it's a feeling. They have no idea.
Hello everyone, welcome to Talking Trailers, where we give our thoughts on some of the newest and hottest video game trailers on the internet, and maybe help you find a new favorite as well. My name is Jason Winter, and today I am joined by streamer extraordinaire Thaddeus. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, I'm doing all right. I'm just chilling, excited to check some of these games out with you.
Yeah, enjoying your spring break time?
Yeah, quite a bit. It's been nice.
It's been, I remember what that was like. It's been 84 years. It's cute, the Titanic meme. All right, so we came into the show taking a look at a trailer for a game coming out called Samson, a Tyndalston story. And, you know, we've had a lot of like GTA style games through the years, like Mafia, even maybe Cyberpunk to some degree. And this one doesn't look like it reinvents the wheel, which I don't think you can really do right now with this kind of game. But, you know, watching the trailer and watching the 5-minute dev video and the missions and stuff and so on, it doesn't sound like it's, you know, the most innovative thing around, but damn if it doesn't just look good. Like, it's got a great vibe. It's got that gritty, like 70s Detroit feel to it. The environment, those like weighty muscle cars. He even talks about how, you know, they have weight behind them and so on. It scratches that itch of being like both familiar, having gameplay you're probably familiar with, but also having that a different kind of skin over it. And maybe that's enough. Like, I don't know. What do you think? I thought this looked really cool, but, you know, what's your take on it?
I think when I watched the trailer, I probably replayed the part of the trailer where you see like the car crash and like you see the car like go in like rollovers multiple times. I thought that was probably one of the most interesting things, because like playing GTA and like when you play GTA, all the car crashes feel very, you know, they seem very just the same every time. They're not really unique, but yeah. And then like the combat, like you were saying, it feels chunkier. It feels not chunkier in a bad way either. Like it feels like
weighty.
Like
yeah.
Weighty, yeah. Like there was did you ever play? I think it was like True Crime or something. It had the box cover with the guy in black and white, and he was like a detective. It kind of felt like that.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I never played that one.
I think there was a dog in it too. Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to really appeal to that same kind of demographic. The other thing I kind of thought about, like I noticed, like they don't have any guns in it, unlike GTA. It seems like there's no guns; it's just all fist fighting and so on. And that also really adds to that kind of gritty, hardcore, nasty, weighty feel to it. So, you know, like I said, kind of familiar, but also kind of different in a way. And I think it's going to be pretty popular. If you know, again, it's always a question: you know, are they going to get everything right and to get the balance and whatever? Yeah, we'll see. They still got like a month to finish it off. Actually, only about 2 weeks. April 8th is when it comes out. So, yeah,
I want to throw a bunch of pipe wrenches at people like they did in the trailer.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely one to check out and one to dodge, maybe get out of the way of those wrenches. Yeah. All right, so our next trailer is going to be called Going Medieval. Let's take a look at that.
We started as 3. At first, we survived, barely keeping death at bay. But we built from the land, a roof for shelter, a stockpile for storage, and a desk to plan our settlement.
As bandits and bears stirred in the trees, we crafted weapons and armor. To protect what we built, we fought, and we won.
Soon we weren't just surviving, but thriving. Through bountiful harvests and freezing winters, thunderstorms and heat waves, our numbers grew. Everyone had their skills and their quirks, but there were jobs for all. We created a community, a beacon for divinity, a place to connect with the past, or earn some coin.
But we had to defend our success. We armed ourselves from everything from hammers to crossbows, traps to siege weapons. We honed ourselves into a force to be reckoned with.
We started as 3 and built our future.
All right, that was a trailer for Going Medieval, and like I'm going to lead off with this by just going to the end of the Steam description for this game, where they have like this laundry list of games. Where it says you'll like this game if you like, and it's I'll read the list. It's RimWorld, Manor Lords, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Timberborn, Crusader Kings 3, Civilization, Total War Medieval 2, Age of Empires 4, Frostpunk 2, Nova Roma, Kingdoms and Castles. That's literally what they have at the bottom of their Steam description. Like you'll like it if you liked every single medieval-ish sim game that's come out in the last 15 years or whatever.
Every medieval sim creation.
Sim, yeah. And I think that's a bit much. I think they maybe should tone that down a little bit. I can see kind of the DNA of a lot of things. Like the first one they mentioned, there was RimWorld. That's what I thought when I watched this.
Yeah.
It says you start with 3 people and people have their own personalities. You got to find the right jobs for them and whatever. I just wonder how that can keep up once you get to a city of like 100 people or whatever. How could it still feel individual at that point? I don't know. What do you think? What did you take from this?
So it does definitely feel like they're trying to capture quite a bit, and it feels like a bit of a summary of like some of the expansions that have already come out for a lot of these other games. Like I saw obviously the warfare part of it where like they're attacking the fort and there's like siege weapons, and then I also saw, I think in the trailer there was that part with the like they're in a church and like looks like they have a religion kind of system. So I hope it does really well. It is quite a bit. Like it feels like it's gonna be jam packed, like you're saying, right at release with all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because one of the things I really like when I play RimWorld or a game like that, or Crusader Kings, or one of the other 12 games they mentioned, is feeling like each character is individual. Like if this guy is a good speaker, I make him a priest or whatever, and if this guy's got a strong arm, I give him an axe or whatever. And I just don't know if I can maintain that when I get up to like having 100 people. So that'll be the key for me, because I love games where you can like name people and sort of follow their lives and get an idea for how they live it out that whole time. Or possibly, take an arrow to the eye and die right away. That's even more fun. Yeah, naming when you're a streamer, naming your viewers after the characters and watching them go and die horribly. That's always the fun part.
Absolutely, being able to like name your characters in game after like your subs, and then watching watching them react in chat when you throw them off of a mountain or feed them to a lion or something.
Yeah, hopefully it can keep that kind of feel to it, even when you get to having 100 or so people or whatever. So, all right. So let's now take a look at a game you've probably heard of. I can't imagine anybody on this planet hasn't. But there's some new DLC coming up for Starfield. Let's take a look at that.
Among the stars, humanity can seem insignificant. Our achievements can be dwarfed by the vastness of space itself. But the galaxy is at our fingertips. We must enjoy the ride.
Do not attempt combat with us. You will not survive.
Shields up! Take him down!
Ha-ha! This is gonna be fun!
A pilot is only as capable as their starship. A ship only as useful as its crew. Together, you will find your place in the galaxy. But beware, others are claiming theirs.
Humans of the settled systems. You have forgotten who you are. We shall remind you.
There is no use resisting. Destroy hostile.
They got the crash drive!
Annihilating.
We are the Terran Armada. And none shall stand in our way.
So, Starfield. Had to know something new was coming for them because I've been seeing interviews over the past couple weeks. Again, with Bethesda people saying, oh, no, you're wrong. Starfield is really awesome. You don't know how to play it right or whatever. Just getting back into that cycle again. Like, they try so hard to insist that people should love the game. It's kind of, I don't know, a little sad, really.
Yeah, like they're trying to like convince. It's like they're trying to convince them. Like their game is not doing it enough of a good job, but they have to like, no, yeah, it's awesome. It's I promise, I swear.
I promise. Yeah, well, that worked a little better when it was, pre-launch or like just brand new and people were still trying it out. It seems like it's less of a thing to do, 3 years later, whatever it's been. But at the very least with this update, they do something that maybe they've actually addressed some of the issues people had, because they've got a long laundry list of points in the free lanes update. They have the free lanes update and also a paid, what's it called? Terran Armada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like $9.99, I think.
Yeah. This is not bad really for DLC if that's what it is. But that seems like, just your basic, here's more content, some more quests, whatever. I think what most people are going to be more interested in is the free lane stuff, which is free and, like I said, addresses a lot of the points. So I'll run through some of the bullet points. You can fly between planets freely. You can do stuff on your ship while you're in flight. So you can actually be inside your ship, build, interact with your people, whatever. New space points of interest, more ship customizations, other content and options on land as well. A bunch of quality of life changes. So it seems like they know that what they really lacked, I think, was a lot of the cool sci-fi and the space aspect of it. Like, it was kind of fun building your ship. Like, I remember actually watching Shizzle do that for like an hour when it first came out. He was really into that, but after that, it kind of, I think, wore on a lot of people. You hear people say, it's kind of boring being on your ship and doing stuff. It's just point to point, planet to planet. All the planets are boring and so on. So it looks like that's something they're really trying to shore up pretty well with this update.
Yeah, they have a real hard time in the current landscape they're in too, because they're also constantly getting compared to like Star Citizen and like No Man's Sky. Yeah. And No Man's Sky has been doing really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they kind of have a pretty good comeback story because that game kind of sucked when it first came out, but then it's actually really a lot of fun now.
Yeah, I got about 200 hours in it myself, but I've never played Starfield because it just got the stink on it when it first came out, and
Yeah,
they're hoping obviously it can be like No Man's Sky, and a few years later have this resurrection and do what they want it to do, but. I don't know, even with this, I feel like it's good. It's still an uphill battle. I think they still have a lot to do, especially as I've been saying, like they're trying so hard to convince us that it's so great. Like, let us play, put out good content. Let that speak for itself. I think is the better approach here.
yeah, and with Bethesda games, a lot of the kind like going into it, I mean, you immediately expect for the game to be, one of those big time story games. Great characters, great environments, and things like that. Where, like you're saying, they had many of those issues when they first came out. Like me personally, when I tried to play it, I was on a different computer that was a lot worse performing than the one I'm on now. The one I'm on now is a pretty beastie one, so I don't think I'll have issues on it. But yeah, I know a lot of people were complaining that their machines were having a hard time running it when it first came out.
Yeah, it's kind of par for the course these days, especially with a new game. So
Yeah, especially with like space-related games, because even Star Citizen is still pretty unoptimized.
Or if you've been following the commentary of the past few days, Crimson Desert has been getting a lot of that same talk.
Oh, yeah.
People having trouble running that. So, all right, well, we'll see if this is going to be. This is the revival, the beginning of the revival, the comeback story for Starfield. But in the meantime,
Hopefully.
we're gonna have a game that's a little more low res, and it's called Everwind. Check it out.
Step into a world of savage beasts and legendary creatures. A world where you fight alone or side by side with friends and face powerful enemies. Sail across a procedurally generated world aboard your own island ship. Explore dark dungeons and ancient ruins. Meet NPCs who may aid you on your journey. Master your skills. Craft ever more powerful equipment. And survive in a world full of danger. In Everwind, you can steal magic dust, pick up a capybara, fight a bear with your bare hands, parkour through ancient ruins, build stairs to the sky, drink poison, slash with daggers, swing a sword, crush with a hammer, defeat your enemies with devastating spells, and destroy literally everything. Start playing today.
So that was a trailer for Everwind, which, anyone watching that is thinking it's Minecraft with more RPG/adventure elements. That's kind of what you take from it, I guess. Because I can remember when I played Minecraft with my ex a long time ago. Yeah, one of the times we did that, I said it's nice, but I'd like something more RPG-like. So we got some mod package and played around with that for a while. And this looks like what I really wanted back then. It's got base building. You got like a flying ship you go around on. It's got, combat, spells, the typical construction stuff, destructibility, all the voxel stuff you expect, multiplayer, dungeons. Looks like reasonable system requirements too, so I don't know. That's it. Like, I don't know what else to say about it other than that. So give me the expert analysis. Give me your point of view on what you think this is like.
It has capybaras it looks like you can pet. I think
that 10
that's
10
gonna
right there.
be. Yeah, that's that. I have it on my wish list now because of the capybaras.
Oh well, yeah. What else do you need? Yeah, it's in early access right now, so and from what I'm reading with the reviews, it's still it's got its lumps. It's still a little iffy in a lot of places. You hope they'll be able to work on it. And, hopefully it's done well enough. I think it's got pretty good reviews, like 85% or something. So it seems like it's doing pretty well. Published by publisher is Bohemia Interactive, so that's the DayZ company that we're all pretty well familiar with. So you like that they've got enough resources behind them, especially with what looks like a pretty good launch. Hopefully it's not another Cube World.
Oh God. You said the C word.
I said the C. Yeah, well, the other C. We don't say the C word on the podcast. That's we don't want YouTube censoring us. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, maybe 10 years ago I would have been really into it. Nowadays, maybe I'm still into something a little more fancy looking. But if you're still a big Minecraft fan who did want that same kind of action adventure element to it, this looks like a great game for you.
Yeah, kind of. It gives me Skyrim vibes with also, being in, like you're saying, the Minecraft environment. And it's got a really cool looking gliding system, which I don't know. I've been kind of having a good time with a lot of these open world sandbox games that you can glide around in. Because who doesn't like gliding?
Yeah, who doesn't like gliding? Yeah. So, all right. That was Everwind. And we've got just one more. Well, we've kind of got two more trailers to talk about. Something a little different with this one now is where two games came out this last week, both of them based on running a video store in the 1990s. Amazingly, both of them came out in the last few days. So let's take a look at both of those. First, we got Rewind 99, and then it's going to be Retro Rewind Video Store Simulator.
Welcome to Rewind 99, the last video rental store. Rental store. There's a whole world out there waiting to be explored. Say hi to the locals. Rental store. Even store customization. To survive against our enemy rednecks, we're gonna have to do all kinds of things. Stores and kiosks, fight back against their goons, and so much more. Good luck!
Okay, that was the dual trailer look at Rewind 99 and Retro Rewind. And, you can tell they're the same in the sense that they both have that same kind of theme to them, the same notion, but definitely two different kinds of games. Like Rewind 99 looks like it's very crazy, very hectic, a lot of weirdness in there. Whereas Retro Rewind seems like more of a grounded, more realistic kind of game. Now, I know you played you played Rewind 99 a few days ago with some friends.
Yeah.
So, having done that and then having seen the trailer for this, did you like your Rewind 99 time, or do you think you'd want to try a Retro instead?
I'm probably gonna still try the single player one. Because that kind of does that does feel like the difference with it is one of them feels like the term that they're all saying about it feels like friendship time, friendship slop or whatever.
I saw you guys playing that. You were not friends. You kept throwing video cassettes at people's heads.
Yeah, that's kind of that's been my enjoyment lately is whenever I'm playing any of these games that are like, build a store, manage a store, manage a house cleaning company. Mm-hmm. I just love throwing stuff at people and bonking people, especially if they're your friend. So I think that's
more so than the enemies. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the big difference with them because they both look like they're capturing the old school, 80s, 90s vibes. The carpets are all retro and they're disgusting looking with all the different designs.
What do you mean? That's classic, man. That was high fashion or high interior design, whatever, back then.
with the real bright colors. One of them as well, I think the Rewind 99. That one has like the whole aspect of the evil overlords, the box heads, the CRTV people. So I think that it's supposed to be a bit more like adventure-y and goofy a bit more.
Yeah, it's more colorful, more crazy for sure.
Yeah. Me personally, I love simulators. I love any kind of simulator. So I think that is why I'm gonna probably check out the Retro Rewind at some point, because I mean it's right up my alley. It's like you're saying, it looks more realistic, much more one-to-one from real life.
I just felt like the store looked better. Like of course I watched you guys play Rewind 99 and you were messing around a lot, so you weren't really building up the store that well. But even in the trailer, what they have in their official press materials, it just looks, I don't know, the Retro Rewind looks like a store I'd actually want to be in. Like with the nice shelves and even like you say, the crazy carpeting or whatever. I don't know, I just feel like it looks better. And obviously the art style is a choice, obviously they're going for the crazy looking Rewind, so I don't know. I think, of course, retro would also be more at my alley because I don't have friends. I play alone, so that's the big difference. That one is single player and Rewind 99 is multiplayer, so that could be the deciding factor for a lot of people. So
the one thing I will say too, with Retro Rewind, I don't know what it is, but the NPCs, they have a demeanor. Yeah, like their eyes are kind of nightmare fuely. Like I feel like I'm gonna have a dream where I'm just gonna wake up and be surrounded by them, and they're gonna be chanting some kind of 80s mantra or something.
Yeah, it's like is it Rewind or is it Cult of the Lamb? It's like a little of both. Cult of the videotape, yeah.
Make sure you rewind. Make sure you
rewind. Rewind. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that is going to be our show for today. Thank you, everyone, for viewing the show. Thaddeus, great to have you on. Glad you can make it, and I hope to have you back on a future episode.
Of course, yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
All right. Hope everyone else had fun there as well. Please give us a like and subscribe, of course. You'll always know when the future episode is posted. And you can find our socials on the screen right now if you'd like to check us out and our other activities. Full disclosure, I watch Thad stream almost every night. You should too, so get over there. Get to one of his channels. Before we head out, though, I got one more trailer to show you, and this is where my history geekiness is going to shine through. Like, I've been really digging into Egyptian history lately. Okay, funny digging because like archaeology, whatever. Anyway. So I saw the trailer for this, and I saw the theme, and I thought, okay, it looks kind of neat. It could be interesting. And then I was like, wait, how does that gameplay work exactly? Like, you'll have to watch it to find out. You'll see what I mean really soon. But it's called Fresco, and it's by a small developer called Colonia Games. I hope you find it as interesting as I did. So hope to see you all for the next show. And until then, stay safe and play hard.
For centuries, this temple has concealed a secret. The frescoes are not frozen. Here, ancient walls come alive.